I have a word of encouragement for you, brothers and sisters. And the word is, have you prayed about it? Brothers and sisters, don't let it go to bed without praying. Scripture says, pray without ceasing. God expects you to pray without ceasing, because a lot of things are being done in the darkness. People are doing things that are wrong against you, and you're supposed to pray about it. When someone accuses you of something that you did not do, you bring it to God. You pray about it. Scripture also says, men ought to pray and not faint. So God expects you to pray. I'm reminded of an incident when we were young. We of course, were in high school, and we were brought into competitions. These were competitions about running. And there are some people who did not make it to the finish line. And for those that were strong enough would make it to the finish line. Those who did not make it ended up fainting. And of course, they would put them in a certain position. They would lie them down in a certain position. And glucose was brought to them, and they were given enough room so that they can get enough oxygen. So my brothers and sisters, there are some who are fainting. There are some who do not take prayer as something that is serious. As a Christian, prayer has to be your lifestyle. Look at the Muslims. They pray 5 times a day. They are so serious. But you find Christians who take even a week without prayer. How are you able to overcome the world if you do not pray? Scripture says it clear that they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives up to death. It is the blood of the Lamb. And the Lamb is Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And the word of your testimony. What is your testimony? Brothers and sisters, you ought to pray. Don't allow the enemy to toss you to and fro. Don't allow the enemy to steal, kill, and destroy what belongs to you. You are supposed to pray. Take time and spend time with God. Prayer is a communication between you and God. It is a dialogue. It is like a dialogue. It is not a monologue. A lot of people go to prayer and think it is a monologue. They speak and speak and speak, and they come out of prayer without hearing the voice of God. Scripture clearly states that my sheep hear my voice, and they know. So if you belong to God, you are supposed to be able to hear the voice of God. God speaks. He speaks to us every day. So are you able to position yourself to hear the voice of God? The problem is, a lot of people are so caught up in a lot of things that they miss out on the voice of God. And some people have a perception that God speaks only in this way. And yet there are many ways that God would speak to you. For example, He can speak to you through a dream. He can speak to you through a vision. He can speak to you through friends, through somebody, even through a stranger. So are you able to hear the voice of God? God can even speak through animals. An example is Balaam. God spoke to Balaam through a donkey. You see, God is not limited by your imaginations. God is not limited by your thoughts. So my brothers and sisters, pray about it. Pray about that situation. That thing that has caused you sleepless nights. Pray about it, because there is power in prayer. This is the word I have for you. Until next time, God bless you.